I don't know if he's dating someone or not, but I still introduce him to my friends as the love of my life.
Real love is when you help a person to evolve.
Yes.
Even if you're not together.
Yes. Bravo.
And what I'm doing with my ex-husband.
If you clean your own mess, you don't really care if you're in a relationship or not. And that's true power. Because then everybody wants to be with you.
And you don't seek love outside, externally.
Why would you?
The compliments that I get from men are about my state of being. Though, of course, I'm gorgeous.
You can be an observer of other people's shit. What's the big deal? If it stinks too much, you can say, hey, it just stinks in my heaven here. So I'm gonna carry my heaven to another place until you stop stinking.
She understands that everything that he tells is just his perception.
Correct.
It's all about him, and she doesn't allow that to get to take it personally.
Yes.
Even if he tells that it's you. So.
Yes. But let's imagine this is a woman who has her own fears. It's not the ultimate. Relationship, family, children, not the ultimate. The ultimate is to get that type of weapon where you...
Hi everyone, it's me, Lily Boiko, and...
Mira Uniat.
And our eternally fantastic podcasts. Please follow us on all social platforms, which are Instagram, Telegram, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, and of course here on YouTube as well. And today I wanted to talk to you about
the love of my life.
Of course. How without him? No podcast without him.
Hello, if you ever watch us.
Yeah, but to bring some context into that, usually women think that for men to get attracted to them, they put all the effort into their looks, like doing, I don't know, different alterations, putting makeup on, making hair, and everything. And what I'm not against that, but what I noticed recently is that the compliments that I get from men are about my state of being, about my vitality, about like being positive, that they feel this unconditional love. And it's all about my inner qualities, though, of course, I'm gorgeous in my looks as well. Yeah, and it's when there's a combination, it's even more powerful. But so yeah, what do you think about that? And for example, when I started, when I stopped putting makeup like every day, even to go for grocery shopping, because I felt that I'm beautiful regardless of my, like, what I put on. I was fearful of getting in stores, Instagram stores, without makeup or posts. But now I do it freely, and like I put makeup only for podcasts, basically.
Maybe you should stop doing that.
Maybe. And I still got a lot of likes, comments from men as well, that I didn't even feel any like difference in comments. Maybe even more like, yes, when I stopped putting extra effort in the looks. I have even a post about it was a joke, a meme about awakening, that like how I looked before and after, like before with all the red lips, with the perfect haircut, with everything, like each hair to hair, and after naked on the beach. You can follow me on Instagram to see that.
So very inspiring content.
Yeah. Yes, and I got a lot of compliments, though I didn't like, I don't put that much time as I used to be beautiful, because now it's more about inner beauty, and I even wouldn't want a man who only sees the looks, right? Who
Exactly.
doesn't see my inner beauty.
Mhm.
Yes.
What's the question?
Okay, let's start from the love of your life. I know that when you first met, he sent you something which is very good for our topic and very deep, profound message. So what was it?
Yeah, he sent me a picture with a boxer hugging his woman, hugging his woman, and the words were saying, "A strong woman is the man's most powerful weapon."
Right.
So what is the strength and what is the weapon? We really need to look at these words conceptually. The meaning behind it. It's not really about fighting, it's not about boxing, really. It's about the inspiration that a woman is capable of sharing with her partner. It's about the resilience that a woman has to love her partner, no matter what happens, no matter what he says, no matter what the mood he's in. It's about her ability to be accepting, not being in resistance to the way he is. So that's power. When within you, you're not fighting. You don't create resistance to what you see in front of yourself. It doesn't, or how you see him, okay? It doesn't mean you have to bow down, or you don't have boundaries, or you're just a rug, that he brushes his feet, It's not about that. It's about when he is angry, you are a mirror of that emotion. His anger doesn't get to you. Your love. You understand the nature of that emotion. You offer your help to process it, even when he projects that anger onto you. I think this is the biggest strength that we as human beings we can have. When we get to that level of emotional intelligence and self-awareness, where somebody's anger and somebody's fear, somebody's anxiety, somebody's stress, somebody's bad mood doesn't get to you.
Mm-hmm.
And by not getting to you, it means that within you, your heaven doesn't change. Really. I don't know if he's dating someone or not, but I still introduce him to my friends as the love of my life.
Yeah, I saw him.
And it doesn't matter if we're together or not together. I really don't even care. That's how I feel. I choose love because I love love. My love that I feel is from me. I'm just so grateful that I uncovered that within me. The unbreakable, unshakable, unstoppable love for life that I feel. So the weapon that a woman has is that, her ability to love. That is the only weapon that is the most powerful that I think not only women should have, but men should start learning having it too. And then in relationship, if both partners have that weapon, then they guide each other. But normally, a man goes and hunts, a man goes and fights, and then he comes back home and brings that shit home. Is the woman strong enough to neutralize that frequency and at least bring it to zero? Is she strong enough to not let that garbage into their relationship? Because if she joins him on his trip and says, "Oh my God, really? Well, your boss is a piece of shit, really." So you elevate his anger in him. Instead of saying, honey, you have the right to feel that way, I'm here for you. Tell me, how can I help you? Should I just give you space and time to feel that anger? I mean, if he is angry, maybe it's even better not to talk and not to ask, oh, how are you? Well, he's going to tell you a story that he is angry, right? So why are you asking? You see he's angry. Give him time, space to feel his feeling. If he's asking you why you're not asking me how I am, you say, honey, because I love you. And
I love you quietly.
Quietly, yes. I'm providing you space and time to feel your emotion. And I know when you're ready, you will let me know. How can I help you? And then he starts sharing. And you just listen. You're listening. You're not trying to fix the situation. You're not trying to fix or offer him suggestion, recommendation, and exaggerate his anger. If he is open enough and both of you are on self-awareness work, you can help him to shed light on his shadow. It's a great opportunity. You have the present loving moment, your love within yourself. He's bitching about work. If both of you are doing inner work, you can say, honey, are you open to see a broader perspective? Because this is the feelings, we're all emotional beings, and based on emotional intelligence, I can say something if you're open. Really, I can help you. But you tell me, are you open?
Mm-hmm.
But you can only say that when you have that weapon, when nothing gets to you.
Yeah.
How can you become that powerful being? How can you have immunity to somebody's anger? Because men normally by nature, they go hunt, right? They're exposed to a lot of stressors, a lot of stimuli from external environment. And then a woman by nature is a spiritual guide, which means that she sheds light on his own inefficient vibrations.
Mm-hmm.
And then if a man is not open to see his own shadows, and you've done work, right, and you've worked on your own shadows, the question is, why are you with this man? If he is not taking responsibility on himself that he is angry, and he keeps blaming his boss, that his boss is making him angry, right? And you confirm that, you're not helping him.
Mm-hmm.
It's the way he perceives his boss. He looks through certain lens, emotion, or whatever, business partner. It doesn't really matter. It's just an example, right? But a woman can only see that when she has immunity to any frequency that has a negative charge, right? She has immunity to anger. She has immunity to fear. She has immunity to anxiety, right? So
because she understands that everything that he tells is just his perception.
Correct.
It's all about him, and she doesn't allow that to take it personally.
Yes.
Even if he tells that it's you. Something.
Yes. But let's imagine this is a woman who has her own fears. Let's say a woman has fears, or if something happens with his job, we won't be able to live the lifestyle we live. Then she will be perceiving his story through her own fear. So this anger will be elevated.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all coming down to the level of fear you have within yourself, how much resistance you have to the situation that he's telling, to the stories that he's telling, and what kind of emotions it brings within you. And the strongest woman will always choose love, right? She has immunity to really have her heaven, no matter what people tell her, no matter where she is. That's the strength that women by nature are supposed to have.
Mm.
So I'm happy that he saw that in me, because that's the picture he sent. So I got there through his help.
Just at the first date.
First date.
Before your awakening. Before
yes.
everything.
We just had sushi. It was the first date, right? And then I got home. The first thing he sent was this picture.
Wow.
So then I became so strong that he got scared and he ran away and started dating other women and all this stuff.
Yeah, you should write.
And I still love him.
A novel about that. Then you'll get together. I believe in that.
Let's see, I'm okay with either or.
Yeah.
Both options are amazing for me.
Yeah.
That's how strong I am now.
Yes.
Because I carry my heaven. I found that, unshakable, stable heaven, which is my eternal weapon, I should say. The weapon that turned me into a yogi, really. Because now I get students who come with a lot of different type of stories. But if I had my own lens of fear or lack or not good enough, how would I be able to help them? I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be able to see the shadow that they have. I can only see that shadow if I work through that myself. So I see the shadows in them that I used to have. With every student I talk as if I talk to the old version of me.
Yeah.
So all these relationships, all communication, they are tools for us to clean up our own mess.
Yeah.
If you clean your own mess, you don't really care if you're in relationship or not. And that's true power. Because then everybody wants to be with you.
And you don't seek love outside, externally.
Why would you? Would you seek love if you become a source of it? If you become a source of love, would you be looking for love? You wouldn't. You manufacture it. You generate it from within.
Yeah. And that's what attracts people.
And that's strength.
Not only men, like everyone wants to be in your field,
Yes.
energy field, because they want to get more with to catch up to you, right? To be more like you.
To taste it, because every being is looking for that feeling. So basically people want to be in your field, in your life, as a part of your life story, because every being is seeking, is looking for that highest vibration that is independent from circumstances. Everybody is looking for that true freedom, for that love for life that is unshakable, unstoppable, and that's the weapon, really, that we can get if we do enough of inner work and convert what's not love into love, really. It's all about a matter of learning that mechanical process of converting energy, converting your stories, rewiring your brain based on changing your stories. And it starts from really actually not believing in your stories. You see that they are fluff, and then if you know that everything is nothing and it's not serious, then you play with life, and this playfulness helps you to convert fear into having fun and love for life, really.
So people actually don't seek for partners. They seek this feeling of love for life and mistakenly think that someone will bring it to their life, but they can only do that themselves.
Correct. And relationship can be a stepping stone. That's why for human civilization, relationships, the way nature wired us that way, right? Reproductive instinct and dating, mating. It's wired us in a way where it just seems it's compulsory. Where if you are by yourself, you're not whole. Society thinks, right? So in a way, it's just a push for us to use it as a stepping stone towards true freedom, really. It's not the ultimate. Relationship, family, children, not the ultimate. The ultimate is to get that type of weapon where your heaven is unshakable. Like Buddha said, you put me into hell and I'll make heaven out of it. Well, that's the weapon. And we women, we actually intuitively usually have a deeper guidance towards that type of weapon. So that's why he probably maybe sensed that capability in me and sent me that unconsciously, completely not even thinking about it, right? But, that was like, wow, I am a strong woman. But at that time, the strength that I had was competing with him.
Yeah. But the wise man feels this energy anyway, right? And he wants to be led spiritually
Yeah.
by a woman.
Yes. It's almost like a unconscious, unconscious choice for him, because nature is all about evolution and constant change, right? So it's the only way to evolve with a woman who has that strength, that level of emotional intelligence and self-awareness, a woman who developed her immunity to be always in a productive vibration, to manifest an effortless life and creates that love for life from within. And it's not about always being happy and rosy. It's tough love. It's really tough love. You can talk to your husband if he comes from work or from business, from whatever, from the world, the 3D world, and he bitches about it all the time. You can be tough and say, listen, honey, I've been hearing it for 2 years, for over a year now. How much do you need to take of this emotion to actually understand that you are choosing, unconsciously choosing this experience that you don't enjoy? And what holds you back from making a different choice? Can I help you to work with your fear? Because honestly, I don't believe in the stories that your boss makes you angry. I don't believe in the stories that your work makes you angry. I see that power in you to convert that feeling into something else. And if he gets triggered and he yells at you because you bring the truth, right? You bring the truth to the surface. He might get triggered. Your love doesn't disappear. You just elevate his anger to that point where he can't escape. It can't go unnoticed for him. And then I would say, you have the right to feel this feeling right now. We can reconnect when you are in a different state of being. So you do this for a few months. This doesn't work. Okay? Then you try a different thing. You say, listen, honey, I think it's time for us to part ways. Because first year you were bitching about your work. The next 6 months I tried to bring to the surface that the feeling that you have creates this reality for you. Then you started blaming me that I was coming from love, really? But why would I be with you if you don't see my love?
And if you don't
So let's plan my departure.
Mm-hmm.
And then he will think. You give him time to think, to either become conscious of his unconscious self and emotions that are driving him down the spiral, okay? Whether he chooses to work on that part or he chooses to plan your departure. Woman, powerful woman who has that weapon, should be okay with any choice he makes.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would do.
And she can only approach him with this when she doesn't have any fear and these feelings.
She just has so much love to him and she sees he destroying himself with this story. He is destroying himself with his own anger.
Yeah.
And if you don't really point that out, that is not loving.
Real love is when you help a person to evolve.
Yes.
Even if you're not together.
Yes. Bravo.
And what I'm doing with my ex-husband.
And then coming back to the real beauty. So you have that power, right? You gain like, okay, I found my heaven within. So then you look at your body and everything that you are through the lens of your heaven, through this emotion of love for life that you have. Then it doesn't really require a lot of effort to look beautiful in your opinion, right?
Mm-hmm.
You put your lipstick, having fun with it. You smile when you put your lipstick. It's the energy. You do it. You don't do it for the look. You do it because it's fun
Yeah.
The process itself, it's fun.
And then you communicate easily, crack jokes, because you're in this like playful state
Yes.
all the time.
Yes.
Because you're not taking life seriously and your thoughts seriously.
I don't take my thoughts seriously. And I don't take anybody else's thoughts seriously.
Yeah.
I don't take my story in my head seriously. And I don't take other people's stories seriously. But when they say, I know it seems so real for them. That's why they suffer the story. Because for them it seems so real. They are in it. So if you learn to be an observer of your own shit, you're not in it. You learn to be an observer of your own thoughts. You learn to be an observer of your own feelings. You're not drowning in it. Then you can do the same with others. You can be an observer of other people's shit. What's the big deal? If it stinks too much, you can say, hey, it just stinks in my heaven here. So I'm going to carry my heaven to another place until you stop stinking. So that's how it works in my world. And my love is tough. Yes, my love is tough. And I just won't support people's victimhood. Especially if it's the man whom I am with. He comes from work and blames his boss or job for the way he feels. I won't support that story. I will do my best to help him see his own lack of self-awareness. And if he gets angry at me because I do that, we have to plan for my departure. Because then it means that our relationship doesn't help him evolve internally, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm responsible for inner world evolution, for the feeling, right, that you experience in a relationship. I take that responsibility for sure. So he has to be on board with it. Otherwise, why we're together?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
For sharing your message, which turns into a story. But I'm sure it's very helpful for women to be able to speak their truth and come always from love, even when it may be tough, but eventually it leads to the inner growth of this man and of your relationship as well.
I think every woman should become a spiritual guide for herself, first and foremost. Find that clarity for her, what she wants to experience in her life. Okay? And then only choose to be with the man who's on board with that vision, really. Who appreciates the feeling in a relationship more than anything else. The feeling that you feel on a moment-to-moment basis. Like sit down with your partner. Honey, what are we feeling? On a moment-to-moment basis, what are we experiencing within us? Let's share. Share with me, what are you feeling? Do you think that there is some stories in you that are not productive and not helping you to feel the heaven in our relationship? Tell me when I am angry. Hey, remind me that, Mira, you remember you told me you are a spiritual guide. Like, oh yes, thanks, babe, yes. So I wouldn't mind him to remind me when I get triggered and I don't see. Tell me.
Yeah, it works both ways.
Both ways. Yes.
Yeah. And if you want to start your inner journey, if you haven't yet, then you're welcome to join our programs. It's Yogi's Heaven program, when you stay with Mira for a couple of days and do all the practices, introspective
Tough love practices, yes.
Yes, yes. It's either in Vancouver, Canada, at Mira's place, or she can go to your location. And also we organize retreats, and we will be hosting a week-long retreat in Maldives. All the links to learn more I'll put in the text box below. And thank you all for watching us. See you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye, everyone.